Dr. Joseph Martin here. Real FaceTime with God, open to your inner light. Now, real means being authentic and not put on or having masks. So we just did a video on the importance of being a real authentic person and not wearing masks, especially with social media. And the reason you've heard me say many times that loneliness is just an incredible despairing experience or non experience for most people, meaning that they're not alive, they feel dead. And loneliness is a major issue for every one of us, including myself until I was 26, and I'll share that story in this video with you. I never feel lonely anymore. And I know loneliness for everyone I meet, and all my close, dear friends, loneliness is their greatest despair and their greatest anxiety in life and their greatest lack of fulfillment and lack of meaning and lack of purpose, and they feel unloved. Now, FaceTime, and I don't mean the social media, I'm just using that kind of as a nice symbol here, means a real face-to-face meeting, a personal, meaningful connection in person, in time and space, face-to-face with the person, in order to get to know them, understand them, and share and deepen your love and your friendship. And also, of course, it can mean in terms of business contacts. And here, though, I'm speaking of a real personal connection with God. Now, having had a conscious birth and having known God all of my life, this is something very deeply, sincerely core and central and primary for me as a soul. It's something I've had for a long, long time, over many centuries. And you know that in terms of God, and I don't mean any particular religion or any particular tradition, although as an anthropologist of world religions and mystical traditions, I am aware of all of them. I do mean all of them, but something deeper. Hidden inside every religion and every dogma and doctrine, there is something, a deeper, actual, real, authentic connection with God, Goddess, Creator, however you deem her, him to be. And so you may have heard of God through books or Bibles or religious documents or doctrines or stories from other people who've known God, or certainly have many great world historical mystical people, women and men. And maybe it's time for you to meet God in person. Actually, probably, unbeknownst to most of us, the source of all that is, and I'm speaking here in terms of physics, in terms of cosmology, and I'm also speaking in terms of the great philosophies, in terms of ontology, that is the nature of reality, and epistemology, the knowledge of how you get to know what the nature of reality is. And in terms of psychology, the core of your psychological beingness is definitely you are a soul in connection with the source of all that is, the Great Spirit, as we say in our indigenous way. And in anthropological terms, in every term you can think of, the source of all that is the Creator. She, he is known to everyone innately. It just may be unconscious for you. And I'm speaking to lots of my friends here who are agnostics or atheists. These are simply mental categories, and they may block you from a true, deeper, heartfelt, intuitive, kinesthetic body experience. So I'm encouraging and inspiring every one of you to get out of the mental boxes and to move into the heart, because that's the only place where you can know the Creator. And she, he is all and everything in terms of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, botany, biology, zoology. The Creator makes everything and actually sustains everything minutely, minute to minute, nanosecond to nanosecond. Were the Creator to stop the great dream of this wonderful multiverse that we live in, we would all just disappear. So, having real connection and meeting up with God, Creator, however you feel or want to phrase it, it is an actual experience. It's a real authentic moment to moment experience. And it has a lot to do with opening. And when I say open, I don't just mean open your mind, I do mean open your heart. Open your whole being, open your physiology, open everything that you can open, and surrender and allow something that is already innately in your core, in your center, in your inner truth, to come forward and reveal itself to you like lightning. And let's look at the word light. Now, light actually is defined as something luminous or bright or pure or clear or true or real. It is the source, of course, of everything in the universe in terms of cosmology, creation stories, and our human mythologies, and also in terms of physics. The light is the source of everything, whether we deem it to be in waves or particle form. They actually are two sides of the same thing. Light is a deep, resourceful, creative, electromagnetic reality within the Christ consciousness. It's both magnetic and it also is electromagnetic. So again, whether in physics or in psychology or spiritual psychology, this is actually something important to experience as well as to know about. Now, light is also something in the Arabic term nur, N-U-R. That's where our word nurturing comes from. And only when you experience God's clear light will you feel nurtured. Until then, you'll be lonely. The only thing that will transform your loneliness is the light. There is nothing else. And hidden within the light is pure love. And that's a reality that I know only completely, perfectly, so well. Let me tell you a little story about loneliness. When I was 26 years of age, I remember, it was that was the second time that I realized, I had a second realization, but a little bit before that time, I realized that I was lonely all the time. My social fabric, my family fabric was disappearing or non-existent, and things always change. People come and go, they change their feelings towards you. And so you can never completely rely on other people for feeling nurtured and loved and supported emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. And so most people feeling no comfort in their lives end up in despair and loneliness. I realized very early on that loneliness was going to ruin my entire life unless I got a handle on and changed it up and switched it up. So I did this by hiking for 2 weeks alone on the Bruce Trail, which is in central Ontario, going up towards Tobermory, and then all the way back down again. And I determined with every step and every heartbeat that I was going to transform my loneliness into a good feeling of accepting the fact that I can be alone and enjoy myself in my own life. But the whole experience for me was the reconnection, the deepening in the most profound, sincere way to the inner light, to the God within me, in my heart and soul and mind and body. And having done that, once and for all, it turned aloneness into a grace, into a blessing, into something that's a rich, kind of profound, deepening resource for myself. And I never get lonely anymore, because as soon as I can feel that that might be coming towards me, I simply go into the clear light in my heart. And you can do the same. We're all the same. We're constructed and built in the same fashion. And it is a process, and that's part of the I Am Self-Worth online self-coaching program to find the inner light within yourself. Now, where is this light hidden inside you? It actually is a reality. It's a physiological brainwave reality. It's in the lower alpha, delta, theta brainwave states. It happens in meditation and in the deepest I Am yoga, which we're also speaking about in our videos and our programs. And you can find that if within your meditations and yoga, you have not yet found and seen the inner light within your third eye, then that's something to look forward to. Because the source of all the light of the cosmos and this multi-universe is also hidden inside your third eye. And when you open up your third eye through all the techniques of this Kundalini Kriya I Am Yoga, you too will see the inner light in your third eye. And whereas in the chakras we have within our spine, and this is some people know very well these days, of many colors, it's like the rainbow colors, the rainbow bridge back home to source, to the great clear pure light. The other great light that you can see and feel, and others can see and feel in you when you open it and open to it, is in your heart. And so there in your heart is the clear, pure, magnetic, blissful, peaceful, joyful light, which is love. They are one and the same. And you can experience this, and certainly others will see the transformation in you, and you will instantaneously see this. It's like the light goes on. It's like lightning happens to you, and you have self-realization, self-confirmation, and all the light goes on inside you. It's the light you see in meditation. It's the light that lights up all your dreams at night when you're sleeping, your physical body sleeping. It's the light which gives you the greatest self-worth, the self-confidence you need to be yourself in this unique experience of your self, not your ego, but your ego dissolved into yourself, so that you can be in this world, this crazy, insane world, and you can actually be the light you are. Open to the source light, which is one and the same as the light inside your heart and your third eye. This is exceedingly important, if not the most essential thing you can be, do, and have in this life. The sooner you do it, the more authentic you will be, and the more self-worth you will feel, and the more self-confidence you will have in order to work through all your issues and challenges, whether they be spiritual, psychological, emotional, financial, relational, or in terms of a career path. All these things will come to you instantaneously and in a process of steps, methodologies, and techniques once you open to the clear, pure light in your source, which is your third eye and your heart and your whole being. And the only way you can do this is to have deep communion or real FaceTime and meeting up with the God-Goddess inside yourself. So this is a call to a higher spiritual, psychological awareness and living reality. I wish you all love and blessings on this path. It's a great path. It's the most meaningful, purposeful path that you can achieve and to be. So be the light you are and allow the source light to flow through you as a constant river of light, a constant river of life. And stay in that flow and let it move you where you need to go to move through all your tasks and challenges, and it will get better and better for you. All my love to you, Dr. Joseph Martin.